Anne is said to have given Harry the cold shoulder when he returned to the UK in April for Prince Philip's funeral, after the Sussexes hit out at the firm in their bombshell Oprah Winfrey interview. However, the Princess Royal's early life choices helped set a precedent for Harry and Meghan when they started to push back against the restrictions of life behind palace walls. Anne wanted to raise her children as private citizens, just like Harry and Meghan, and chose to live away from the traditional palaces by buying her own Gloucestershire estate, Gatcombe Park. Similarly, the Sussexes chose to leave Kensington Palace estate less than a year into their marriage and relocate to a more private home in Windsor, Frogmore Cottage. In his book, Princess Anne: A Biography, Nicholas Courtney explained how the Princess Royal bucked the trend repeatedly when it came to setting up her family life. Mr. Courtney claimed that journalists and biographers who visit Gatcombe for the first time are still struck by the informality of the place. He continued, that they should use such expressions as the most unroyal of royal households presupposed they put 'em down to a life of footmen in knee breeches and powdered wigs, a butler in a morning coat and wing collar, and a series of gilded drawings. Gatcombe did also make headlines earlier this year after the Princess Royal shared a photograph of herself watching the rugby at home. Royal watchers were amazed at the homely setting, while others even went as far as to call it cluttered. Meghan and Harry reportedly made their first home together, Nottingham Cottage in Kensington Estate, as comfortable and chic as possible, according to the biography Finding Freedom. When Anne and her first husband Mark Phillips first laid eyes on their 730-acre house in 1976, they pooled their capital and made up the difference with a mortgage, another marked change from most of the royals. At the time, Mark said, "We are just like any other couple with a mortgage." This is the path Harry and Meghan have gone down since leaving the firm, too. They bought a $14.65 million, £11 million, sprawling mansion in California, in the secluded community of Montecito, but reportedly took out a $9.5 million mortgage, £6.8 million, to buy it for the 7.4-acre property. Their spokesperson explained, "The Duke and Duchess of Sussex moved into their family home in July of this year. They have settled into the quiet privacy of their community since their arrival and hope that this will be respected for their neighbors, as well as for them as a family. Their new home is 100 miles away from LA, where they briefly settled." Like Anne, Harry reportedly found it difficult in the busy city and sought privacy away from the crowds. According to Mr. Courtney, the Princess Royal once admitted that she liked her alone time. She said, "After I've been in public for some days, I want to be on my own." She added, "It's nice to go off and not talk and be on your own. You need it." This is what first drew the couple to Gatcombe Estate. Mark said, "We stood on the front steps and looked out at the view. It was quiet, it was secluded, it was peaceful with woods down each side of a long valley. I thought to myself, well, whatever is inside, we can change, given time. But this we can never change. This is just what we have been looking for." Harry and Meghan even tried to keep the location of their new home a secret for several months when they first relocated out of LA. Yet, Anne has been praised for her unwavering dedication to the crown, while the Sussexes have faced intense backlash since leaving their royal duties behind last year. Anne's first husband Mark also turned down the Queen's offer of a royal title, preferring to use his army prefixes, while their children, Peter Phillips and Zara Tindall, were raised without any titles. During their interview with Oprah, both Meghan and Harry said they had been deeply hurt when it seemed their firstborn Archie was not going to have the title of a prince when he was born, and therefore would not have the accompanying security. There is also widespread speculation over whether Prince Charles told the couple he would change legislation so Harry and Meghan's children, Archie and Lilibet, still do not become prince and princess even when their grandfather inherited the throne.